G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all doing well. In today's video, I will be giving you my round 20 NRL tips along with my game 3 prediction that's coming up on Wednesday night. So last week we managed to get 2 out of 5 correct. I got the first 2 games correct, the Raiders and the Sharks. Eels, oh boy, I should have tipped the Warriors. Bunnies, I only just lost by 4. It was definitely a great game to be at. Didn't expect a comeback from our B-level squad. And then Titans collapsed in the second half, lost by 2 points due to a penalty being offside in Golden Point. But we should do better this week with 7 games on hand. Without further ado, let's get into the round 20 NRL tips. I will start off with my game 3 prediction and review. Now, Queensland have already won the series 2-0 after demolishing New South Wales in some cup weeks ago, 32 points to 6. So honestly, I don't really care about this match because Queensland have already won the series, but we'll go through the changes. For Queensland, the big change is that AJ Brimson is in for Reece Walsh after as he is suspended due to having swearing at the ref in one of the games a couple of weeks ago. So he is out until round 22, I believe, or round 21. He'll be back for round 22. Other than that, Queensland have got a very solid side with them, with Corey Horsburgh coming into the side as well. Ben Hunt at 14. I thought he would not be playing because of all the shit at the Dragons at the moment. But other than that, it's a complete unchanged side to the Queensland. And as for the Blues, we have 7 changes for the Blues. Now, we've got one of my favourite players, Cody Walker, in at 5'8". Jerome Luai been dropped. Now, do I think it was a great decision? Well, if it was for game 1, yes, I would have had Cody Walker come in. I'm not being biased, but I think Walker has been more informed than Luai this year. But it's too late, so great to see Walker in the side. Jake Trbojevic returns from his injury after he played a great game against Manly. For Manly against the Roosters. Regan Gillard returns from injury. Keon Coleman-Tungy would make his debut for the Blues. He deserves it. I mean, he's played very well for the Bunnies. I know, yes, we don't want to have any debuts, but it's game 3, but who cares? Great to see him there. Now, Bradman Best. Interesting choice. Are they making it off one game because he scored a hat-trick against the Dogs? Honestly, I think it's an okay one, but I have to wait and see. Murray is starting at lock. I think that's a great decision, but Isaiah Yeo is on the bench. Jacob Safidi, what the hell has he done this year? Get lost. And Clint Gutherson returns to New South Wales as well. As jersey 17. I think I would have had him in the centres, honestly, instead of Bradman Best, but whatever, I guess. And then you got Scott Drinkwater and Spencer Leniu on the reserves. Other than that, I'll still go for the Blues to win, but I know we're not going to win. But it's going to be a 3-0 series for the first time since 2010, most likely. But I'll still back the Blues no matter what. So Blues to win by 6. Because it is in Sydney. I'll go 18-12. No confidence. Let's go the Blues. Now on to the round 20 NRL tips. Starting off the only Friday night fixture. This week kicking off at 8 PM in Newcastle at McDonald Jones Stadium. It is the Newcastle Knights taking on the West Tigers. Now, after getting humiliated 74-0 against the Cowboys 2 weeks ago, or 1.5 weeks ago now, after this recording, the Tigers did a lot more better. Late drawed at 12 at half time. Tommy Tillell was denied a try, and it was all downhill from there. So Tigers would go on the lose against the Sharks. I believe the score was 38-12. No, sorry, my mistake, 36-12. And as for the Knights, they come off their third and final bye. And the week before that, they demolished the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs at a core stadium, 66-0. During the same weekend of the Tigers and Cowboys game. Unbelievable. And Ponga kicking 11 out of 11 goals. Very impressive. Now, in the past 10 games between these two, it is 5 games apiece, with the Knights winning 3 of the last 5, which includes winning 3 straight. The Tigers do have a decent record in Newcastle, however. Last time the Tigers won at Newcastle was back in 2021, where they won 24-20 against the Knights. And these two have already met earlier in the year, back in round 2. Knights just won at Leichhardt Oval in a boring game, winning 14 points to 12. For this game, I'll go on the Knights to win 13 plus, to win by 16 points. I'll go to the Knights to win 32-16. The first of 3 Super Saturday fixtures, the first one kicking off at 3 PM at Belmore Sports Ground. It is the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs taking on the Brisbane Broncos, kicking off at 3 PM. The Broncos are coming off their second bye the week before. They got another win over their new rivalries, whatever. Beating the Dolphins at the Gabba, 24 points to 16. And as for the Bulldogs, they are coming off a somewhat entertaining game against my boys, the Bunnies, back on Saturday night, winning 36 points to 32 against a B-level Bunnies side. It was a great game, but, oh boy, it was so much energy in that match from me. Unbelievable. I'll explain that more in next week's tipping video. Yeah, interesting. Dogs finally got a win after they're losing a lot. In the past 10 games between these two, Broncos have won 7 of the past 10 games, which includes winning the 4 straight and also winning 5 of the past 6 games as well. Now, this will be the first time these two will clash at Belmore Sports Ground. This will be the Broncos' first time there since 1998, where they won 20 points to 12. And Bulldogs don't really have a good record here. I mean, they were just able to beat the Tigers here earlier in the year against them as well. So Bulldogs don't really have a good record in that sense. I'll go to Broncos to win 13 plus. I'll go to Broncos to win by 14. I'll go scoreline 28-14, and also a debut from Toby Sexton. It was excellent. The next game to kick off at 5:30 PM, and this game I will be attending. It is at 4 Pines Park. It is the Mealy Warringah Sea Eagles taking on the North Queensland Cowboys. The Cowboys are coming off their second bye of the year, and the week before that, they demolished the West Tigers in Townsville 74-0 to make it the highest winning margin ever in the NRL era, and the third highest winning margin ever since 1908. Unreal. Now, the Origin stars should return for this game this week. And as for Manly, they are coming off their third and final bye as well. The week before that, at Brookie, they managed to hold on in an entertaining game, beating the Roosters 18-16. Cherry Evans at his age, oh boy. Seems like he's getting better and better as each game is coming. That's only if he will be playing this week, which would be most likely. Now, in the past 10 games between these clubs, it has been 5 games apiece. But Manly have won 4 of the past 5, which includes winning 5 of the past 7 games. Now, the Cowboys have won 3 of the past 4 games at 4 Pines Park, but Manly won. Last time Manly won against the Cowboys at 4 Pines Park was back in 2021, where they demolished them 50 points to 18. Now, for this game, it is tough to call. Now, I will be attending this game, like I said, and you guys might be wondering, why are you attending a Manly vs Cowboys game? You're a Rabbitohs supporter. Yes, I support the Bunnies. We're not playing this week, but I was invited to come along to a very special event by a couple of people that I know to come to this game. So this will be my first time going to 4 Pines Park or Brookvale, whatever you want to call it. I've never been around the Northern Beaches before. Should be a great atmosphere for that game. Now, if you guys know, I'll be going to this game with Pro Enzo and Nick from Australia and a couple other people, like I said, from my vlog on Sunday. So it should be a very entertaining game and should be an amazing experience as well. Because after this game, I will not be attending another game until round 25 when it's the Bunnies and Knights, because the Rabbitohs are in. I will be going around the country elsewhere. Unless I get invited to go to another game in Sydney, but we'll wait and see. So this will be a great night with all the boys there. But for this game, it's too tough to call. I'm going to Cowboys. They've won their last 4 or 5 games now. Manly, they've only lost 1 game at Brookvale, so it's really tough to call. But I will back the Cowboys. I'm going to get the Cowboys to win by 4 points. I'm going Golden Point. I'm going to go scoreline 24-20. And the final game to wrap up Super Saturday, kicking off at 7:35 p.m. for the first time at the SCG, only due to the Women's FIFA World Cup. As Allianz is another stadium will not be available for a couple of weeks. It is a bit of a rivalry. It is the Sydney in terms of premierships and minor premierships. It is the Sydney Roosters taking on the Melbourne Storm. Now both of these teams are coming off the third and final bye, starting with Melbourne. After leading 14-0 at Marvel Stadium, Panthers came back to make it 16-14 at half-time, and then they collapsed in the second half. So one of the biggest winning margins they've done in their history, and one of the biggest collapses in their history. My goodness. And as for the Roosters, coming off a bye, and they just lost to Manly, 18 points to 16, the week before their final bye. Very close game, very entertaining, but both of these teams are looking for a win. Now, in the past 10 games between these clubs, Melbourne have won 7 of the past 10, which includes winning 6 of the past 7, and includes winning 5 straight. Now, these two have already met earlier in the year at Amy Park. Melbourne won that 28 points to 8. Now, this will be their 4th clash at the SCG as well. The Roosters have won 1 game, and Melbourne have won the previous 2 encounters at the SCG. Now, if this was at Allianz, it would be a lot more better, but can't wish for everything. For this game, although they look depleted, I will back Melbourne. I think they'll research after losing the Penrith very inconvincingly. But I might be surprised if Roosters do. I'll only go Melbourne to win 1-12. I'm going Melbourne to win by 8. I'm going to go scoreline 24-16. Now on to the Sunday fixtures. The first one kicking off at 2 p.m. here in Australia. 4 p.m. over there in New Zealand. It is the New Zealand Warriors taking on the Cronulla Sharks at Mount Smart Stadium. I'm not calling it Go-Media Stadium. I don't care. Now, the Sharks are coming off A huge win over the Tigers, winning 36 points to 12 at Combank Stadium last week. And as for the Warriors, they thrashed the depleted Eels without their origin stars, winning 46 points to 10. I should have tipped the Warriors last week, but I know that for next time. But congrats on the Warriors. They've been very, very impressive this year. But let's see what happens in the head-to-head. And as in the past 10 games between these two, the Sharks have won 7 of the past 10, which includes winning 4 of the past 6 fixtures. But the Warriors have won the last game these two played, which was early in the year, back in April, where Warriors were down 20-0 to win 32 points to 30 at PointsBet Stadium. Unbelievable effort from the Warriors there. But, however, the Sharks do have a good record over there in New Zealand, as they have won many. This will be the first time these two have clashed at Mount Smart since 2018. But Warriors have won the last game in New Zealand against them, where it was played at Sky Stadium in Wellington, winning 19-18. However, the Warriors have not won against the Sharks in Auckland since 2014, where they won 16 points to 12. So hopefully they can get the job done here. And as saying that, I'm going the Warriors to win this game. I think it'll be pretty tight. Warriors to win by 4, 24-20 scoreline. The next Sunday fixture kicking off at 4 p.m. It is, for the first time ever, the Dolphins taking on the Penrith Panthers at KO Stadium on the peninsula, right on the Redcliffe Peninsula there. The Dolphins, after snapping a 4-game losing streak, coming off a 2-point win over the Eels, over the Titans, my apologies, 23-21 after a penalty from the Titans, which cost them the game. But congrats on the Dolphins for finally winning another game, and they're 2-0 against the Titans, which is excellent. And as for the Panthers, they're coming off their third and final bye. The week before that, they played at Marvel Stadium for the first time since 2001 against Melbourne. They won this occasion this time, winning 34-16 after coming back from 14-0 down. Now, there is no history between these two teams, as this will be the first time these two have clashed. So Panthers to win 13 plus, I'm going to go 28-12. And the final game to wrap up round 20 of the NRL, it is the Parramatta Eels taking on the Gold Coast Titans at Combank Stadium, kicking off at 6:15 p.m. Now the Titans are coming off a penalty side loss against the Dolphins because one of their players went offside in front of the sticks. Dolphins won 23-21. They choked once again against the Dolphins. First time early in the year, 26-0. And then now they led 14-6 at half time. And they collapsed against the Dolphins once again. So now they are 0-2 against the Dolphins. I'm never tipping them again, that's for sure. And as for the Eels, now they got deployed against the Warriors last week, losing 46-10, but their origin stars should back up. Their young sides did okay, but in the early stages, but fell away right away. Eels should bounce back hopefully this week. And now in the past 10 games between these clubs, Eels have won 7 of the past 10, which is winning 7 straight and winning 7 of the past 8 games. Now, in Magic Round this year, Titans snapped a 7-game losing streak against them, winning almost choked in that game as well. I was at there for Magic Round 26-24. So very lucky to get away with that one. But this time, I'm going the Eels to win 13 plus by 18 points. Origin stars should back up Gutherson like he should. He's been their best player pretty much, and along with Moses. They're unstoppable. But I'll go Eels to win by 18 scoreline. I'm going 42-24, so I think this will be another high-scoring game. Yeah, Eels to win 13 plus. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my NRL tipping video. I have round 20 NRL tipping video along with my State of Origin prediction. I'm sorry this video is just a little bit extra longer than normal, but it is what it is. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, so you don't miss out on another video like this. And I'm saying this once again, guys. I am attending the Manly versus Cowboys game on Saturday night at Four Pines Park. So this will be my second time going to a neutral game. The first one was in my area on the Central Coast. Roosters beat the Dogs 25-24. Excellent game. Let's see if the Manly Cowboys game will be a lot better, which I'm hoping it will be. So if you're at Brookie, might see you on Saturday night. But with that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, see you in the next one.